right, 99.9 Punk World Radio FM. You guys already know what time it is. And right here, we are live with California's finest. We got the phenomenal punk rock skateboard trio. That's right, we got Since We Were Kids right here, live on the radio station airwaves. And of course, Facebook and YouTube as well. Guys, how are you doing tonight out there in California?
Doing awesome.
It's cold. I hate the cold.
Hey man, we could definitely switch. I'm out here. I'm out here in Canada, man. I almost said California. You can tell that I'm really dreaming and wishing I was out there in California, guys. I mean, it is tit-bit-nipply down here in Canada.
Yeah.
What part of Canada?
I'm in Ontario, so I'm on the East Coast. I'm right across the border from New York State. So
yeah, we played Toronto before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Yeah, we're about 3.5 hours from Toronto.
Hell yeah.
So
But I'll dive right into this, guys, because I do know you guys are very busy individuals out there, and I'm not going to keep you, obviously, too long on your Wednesday night. But I got to take you guys back to the beginning of this amazing band, and I have to ask, like, what is the story behind Since We Were Kids? Like, how did you guys all first meet, and, of course, come together as one just to form this amazing band?
What? How did we start the whole band, and how did it all start together?
Oh, well, it was kind of like a studio. It was like kind of like a joke thing at first, and then we decided to get serious and play a show. So I kind of put a band together, and we played our first show, and then we kind of we'll keep going from there. You know what I mean? It's just you want to play more, and members change, and this changes, and then it's just something you love to do. It's a passion, and it's just. It just after that, it was kind of like Irish Voodoo Records put out our record, and people seem to like it. We play shows, play skateboard events. People seem to like what we're doing. We sell records every once in a while. It's cool, It's just it's kind of what it's about. You know what I mean? It's just trying to bring something different to the table. Like I feel like we're doing something a little different than everybody else. I don't think we have everybody the same cliche sound as everybody, it's just, that's what it's about, I guess, it's just something we love to do,
And that's one thing I love about Since We Were Kids, man. You guys have such a very unique sound. You guys are keeping the skate punk aspect of the punk rock community alive. There is a lot of skate punk bands actually still doing their thing, but you guys do it so much differently and so much better, in my honest opinion, than everyone else.
Thanks. Well, we look at it like this. We kind of grew up with it, and it's kind of been the soundtrack to our lives. So we kind of wanted to kind of contribute something where it's going to be. We want that aggressive energy, and it just seemed like we just weren't really getting it in a lot of the other stuff we were listening to. So we were like, okay, let's do something fun. Let's make it skate oriented, since we still skate, and most of the guys that we skate with. We're still doing it, and we've been doing it literally since we were kids. Like the name couldn't have been more appropriate for what we're doing. But it's from that aspect. It's from guys that have skated, have kind of run the gamut of, pool skating, street skating, vert skating, all of it. And then again, what we skate now, mainly pools, and that kind of just is since a lot of skate parks have come up and bowls are kind of coming up everywhere. A lot of people are getting into bowl riding. It's like, you don't have to be young and spry anymore to skate, actually. You can actually skate bowls.
People are starting in their 40s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's awesome, It's like we started making our own skateboards. I don't know if you know about that, but we actually, we got to Arizona. My buddy Chris Gobert, he has a wood shop at his house. It's called AZ Laminates. And we press all our own boards. We use Formica. We go out there, we press them, we shape them. Like the whole 9 yards, put graphics on them, and it's all made by us. Us and Chris, obviously, but it's all handmade. And, we make those boards for like older dudes, and anybody can ride them, but they're like for bigger dudes like us that, it just fits us better. You know what I mean? I mean, they're making boards that are big now, and it seems like boards with shapes, and not all the boards are just popsicles anymore, but we tried to offer something a little different, to kind of be cool. So that's another aspect of what we also do too. You know what I mean? So we go to a lot of these parks, and we take our boards and we go and skate with a lot of these people. There's one of them right here.
That's one of them.
since we were kids.
Oh man, that is a killer looking deck, bro.
Yeah. Notice the bandanas right here. It's actually
Yeah.
pool. They're pool patterns. It's not like paisley. It's pool patterns.
They're shapes of pools that we've skated. They've all got names.
Like
They've all got different stories.
Like
behind
rubber
them.
ducky. This is the fucking Hawaii pool. Fucking snowman. I mean, it's pretty cool how it's all entailed in that. But yeah, this is.
And will you have the board out, guys? Because you said those are all shapes of pools that you guys have skated. What pool was the hardest for you guys to actually conquer? That's actually currently on that board right now.
Look, I don't even know. I don't know. The Hawaii one was pretty hard.
Yeah, Dick's was kind of hard.
Dick's was kind of hard. Well, these are all like pools that like. So basically, it's like this.
No pun intended.
Sorry, Tyler.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't have Tyler in the band. It's just the board. No. So basically, a lot of these pools we get permission from the people that own the pools to skate them, so we can come back multiple times and skate them. You know what I mean? So and we clean them out for them, and like when it rains, we go over there and we clean them all out. You know, so they don't have mosquito water. You know, and they let us skate. It's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, like so we made names up for all these pools, obviously, because it's just like there's kind of like destinations that you want to go to. You know what I mean? So. One of them, the guy's name is Dick. We call it Dick's Pool. So that's this one at the top of this motherfucker. Bam. I don't know if you can see that, but
Looks like a sock.
looks like a fucking sock. But yeah. Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you. But yeah, I was gonna say, last we heard of Dick, we went to go skate his pool and he didn't answer the door. There's spider webs on his pickup truck. We just hope nothing bad happened to him.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked to him.
Old ass dude, man.
Yeah, we haven't talked to him
dude.
in a year or so.
From Boston.
Yeah, so
He's from Boston.
I hope he's still around.
Well, Dick, if you're watching this, man, definitely hit up since we were kids, man. Because at the end of the day, one, they want to skate your pool, and two, they want to make sure you're all right.
Yeah, that one stayed in great shape. That's a great pool too. But yeah, it was kind of gnarly because the waterfall was really steep. So when you go from the shallow to the deep end, it kind of threw a bunch of people off.
Yeah, and
We could skate it
it's not
though.
like a skate park. It's not like a skate park. A skate park,
Yeah.
the transition is made. It's like a radius. You know what I mean? Like with like pools, they just dug it out with an excavator, and whatever you got is what you fucking got. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
So that's what makes backyard pools so much different. You know?
yeah, and that's you're in Canada. Like this is definitely more of a California thing because you guys
Yeah.
probably don't have backyard pools in every other house. There's a lot of neighborhoods in California that still have them. It's kind of why we never moved from California. We stayed here because it's like, yeah, we know we're going to have the best skate spots or skate spots that you're not going to get anywhere else. So that's one of the reasons why we never really moved. We just kind of stayed in California and,
Yeah,
and then in the desert too, for the
and
most part.
we're desert dudes, so we love the desert. Except for Tyler. Tyler, he's
He's
from Big Bear.
Yeah, that's the mountain guy.
That's why they're cold right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm freezing my ass off up here.
Yeah, we're cold.
And you can definitely see it because y'all are wearing sweaters. He's sitting there wearing a t-shirt, man. You can definitely tell.
right. Long
You know what I mean?
sleeve,
He's cool. You know what I mean?
Big Bear.
And guys, before we move on the topic of this of the skateboarding and of course these amazing custom boards, I do know since individuals saw this amazing board, how can they actually go about purchasing it? I do know you actually told us where you guys go to make it, but are they available to be purchased online? And if so, where can we actually go to snag ourselves a killer deck?
All you have to do is just message us on Facebook or Instagram, and then we'll send you pictures of what current boards we have at the moment, because they're never the same. They're always different Formica patterns, and we have a few different colorways, so it just depends on what we have on hand at the moment. We'll have a couple of different sizes too, but just hit us up directly. We don't go through shops. We don't go through any of that. If you message us, we'll send you a price, and we're getting a lot better with shipping them and stuff. We figured out a way that we could ship them and they'll actually land in one piece and not destroyed. We box them up pretty well, and post office hasn't been messing with us lately, so we've been lucky. But again, we just ask people hit us up direct, and usually at our shows we have them. But if you can't get to a show, just message us directly, and don't, if it's not one of us, it's not a Since We Were Kids board or a board more than likely, unless we start selling them on the AZ Laminates
So AZ
website.
Laminates, the guys that
So-
we make the shit with our boards with, he might be putting a website online for AZ Laminates boards, and he has a bunch of pro riders that ride for him, and then he might put our board up there because he could just make it right then. You know what I mean? Because it's like I said, it's like we have all, we make the boards and then we have the blanks, and then we just go over there, we make a bunch, and we bring them back to California and we sell them at our shows. But like if we get the web store going, then he could just make you one right then, and then it just
but
it'd be cool.
It hasn't been set up yet, and that's why we're just like, message us directly.
Go through us, yeah.
Go through us.
And also as well, guys, September 30th of 2014, you guys actually released the amazing 7-inch vinyl titled Skatecore. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us the story behind this earlier release project, and of course, are there actually any more vinyls or repressing of the vinyls actually available to be purchased today?
So, originally, that 7-inch and the first album, we had a singer who's no longer with the band, and again, that was our very first output. So we re-recorded a lot of those songs from Skatecore and from the Hard Cement No Regrets album on our new record. It's called Rehashed Road Rash, and it's re-recorded with updated lyrics. Some of the lyrics were kind of time, like for that time, and silly a little bit. Like we wanted to write something a little bit, kind of update them and make them better, and have my brother sing on them, since we no longer have that singer that we're having to deal with. So now the new re-recorded stuff on Rehashed Road Rash, it just sounds better, but it isn't kind of embarrassing. Some of the lyrics and stuff are kind of embarrassing, some of that old stuff. So it's like we wanted to make it just a little better as far as just more current, as far as just not embarrassing and kind of, I don't know, not silly. So
it was embarrassing. It's just silly. Just it was kind of like Guttermouth lyrics. You know what I mean? And it's just like for me, it's like you want. I don't know. It was just kind of silly. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to make it a little more, I guess, better.
But that was the first record. The real record that came out in 2018 that we've been super proud of was called Break From Life. And that one went out of print, and we've been waiting on a reissue for the last few years. That's easily one of our favorites. We play a lot of songs off that, and obviously Rehashed Road Rash for the moment. But we have a new record that we're going to be working on pretty soon. But as far as vinyl goes, there's a ton of vinyl that we put out. But there was, like I said, the Skatecore 7-inch, the Hard Cement album. Both of those are pretty much out of print. And then
Flexi, I don't know. Do you know anything about? We got the what was it?
The Pool Dust demo. That was the Flexi, but the Break From Life record, you could probably stream that on Spotify. I think you could still stream it in a lot of places, but that's got a lot more of the newer style.
The songs that we play now. I mean, we play more of that songs off that shit anyway.
And then, like I said, Rehashed Road Rash just came out. That came out on Free Swilly and Irish Voodoo. We did a little collab with both of those labels. That's already out, and we're selling through those really fast. And then the next one for next year is going to be coming out hopefully. In the distant future when we actually record it. We already have the songs pretty much ready, but we're not in a rush. It's holidays, but it's going to be called Armageddon Sessions. Is going to be the new album coming out. So.
And when you actually said Break From Life, honestly, my favorite joint actually off that record is Stop Claiming, Start Skating, man. That or Lie Detector. I can't really choose what one.
Yeah, that's being of our age and skating with the people we've skated with and the different spots we skate with, sometimes you just have those guys that just have those tall tales, and it's just like, dude, you weren't there. Or you see somebody on Facebook who's bragging about stuff that he used to do and he's not doing it anymore. And it's like, motherfucker, we're still out in the trenches doing this shit, man. Like, where the fuck are you? You're just talking about it. Be about it. If you're going to talk about it, be about it. That's essentially what Stop Claiming was. So.
That's all it was supposed to be about, yeah.
We're proud of that.
I see a lot of, you see a lot of people, independent, thrasher, or it's like a fashion statement now. It's not like people that actually, do it. You know what I mean? But you know what? Hey, that's the beauty of the skateboarding growing, or whatever you want to call it. For me, it's just like, hey, you know what? Like, you can wear that stuff, but you're not really proving anything to me. You know what I mean?
This guy gave me shit until he saw me step on a skateboard for the first
time.
Yeah,
I gave Tyler. I was like, you can skateboard. You can ride a skateboard. All right, cool. Fuck yeah. Okay,
So Tyler definitely has to.
You got to be a skater to be able to play.
He didn't believe me until I actually stepped on one, and then it was like, see, I can skate.
But we skated before brands were lifestyle brands, right? Yeah. Like Vans. Nobody wore Vans in high school, and we'd be made fun of. Like, we were Satan
Yeah,
worshippers with Bad Religion shirts on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
we ran all that shit, or we were involved in all that shit, and then next thing you know, it's like all these motherfuckers are wearing Thrasher because they saw some rapper or some other people wearing it. It's just like, and now they're wearing Vans because
Everybody wears
it's a lifestyle brand. They call it. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
It's
And
cool. And go ahead.
Oh, can we curse?
I was gonna say me when I skateboard, man. I know a lot of people that wear Thrasher. Me, I still wear the old school Alien Workshop, man. That's the shit I wear when I skateboard,
There
man.
you go.
Because I'm from the late '90s, early 2000s type skateboarding, man. So I got World Industries back when DC was freaking doing its thing, stuff like that. I'm not gonna wear Thrasher. I don't get me wrong. I buy the magazines, I read them and whatnot, but I'm gonna rock Alien Workshop, man, because that was and still is my favorite company, even if they're still not doing their thing today.
Yeah, but you were there, you were in it,
You actually skated.
and you skated.
You actually lived it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like,
and even you know the difference of, wearing a Thrasher shirt, what that entails, and the now the new friends you're gonna have, and you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it seems
I
kind of.
remember getting picked on in school for all that shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
I used to get in fights
And
all the
it
time.
sounds bad though, man. You can tell when an individual, like if they're wearing a Thrasher shirt, you can tell the ones that are skateboarders, the ones that are not, man. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, I always look at the ones that are the bougie ones that wear the Thrasher almost like it's a fashion trend, and you can tell they're wearing it like a fashion trend, and it's like, here's a skateboard, and let's see you do that. Like let's see you at least just do an ollie, like just do a freaking ollie, and then you're cool. Like I'll give you that. Just give us an ollie.
Yeah.
Even I can still fucking always.
Yeah, it's just, but that's the thing. It's like, we skate more because it was a tradition, kind of, or we grew up with it, and that's kind of how it's been, and that's how it'll stay.
It's a release, man. There's nothing like it in the world, man. There's nothing like it. That's it. It's just something that.
Like I don't watch the Olympics, and I especially don't watch Olympics now that
I
skateboarding's in
couldn't
it.
even tell you who
I
the
can't.
pro skaters are, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I just skate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
We're in
But
backyards.
anyways.
We're in backyards more than we're watching that shit. That's for sure.
See, and I was a circa shorties kid, so
Yeah, there you go.
I like Chad Muska too.
Yeah.
That was my
Hell yeah.
He's got a ghetto blaster boombox up here.
Oh yeah.
He used to skate
Ah, shit.
like the Muska.
Hell yeah, man. You can't go wrong with Chad. Honestly, I still got my skateboard actually in the back of my car too, man. It's like full-fledged winter here in Canada. But I always have my skateboard in the back because you never know if you see something you want to skate. But it's also wintertime. I feel like I need to bring that back upstairs, but a part of me can't. Because you never know, man. You never know when the snow is going to dry up and you might find a dry patch.
Yep.
You gotta get a snow skate for up there.
Snow skate.
Well, what's funny about
They
that?
do make those.
What's funny about that is that us
Buddy, it's
being a
from snow
skateboarder,
skater.
Oh, yeah.
we look at the world differently. So yeah, like you keep that board in the back of your car because what happens if you happen to see some amazing spot and you have a minute that you could probably skate it, but most of the people would just drive by that spot and it's just it's another whatever. But we look at the world differently and we see things. It's like, oh, is that a banked wall over there, or is that like a little?
Get it real quick.
Yeah, a little jib I can ollie over. Like this is, I got to stop for a minute. You know what I mean? Like it's just funny though, and that's exactly You're definitely a skater, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for doing this interview.
Hey, man, you're most certainly welcome. Honestly, when Tyler actually reached out and actually, sent me your guys' music, and I just looked, I'm like, dude, this is the skate punk band. Like absolutely no questions asked. Like, here's a date, here's a flyer, let's do it, let's set it up.
Oh, thanks. Hell yeah. We appreciate it.
But we actually have a fan question here from an individual named Pizza Rot. He asks, what happened to Blood Stand Still?
Well, okay, so me and my brother basically did some hardcore bands. Like we originally kind of were doing punk bands until punk kind of went so poppy, and we were kind of going the other way. We wanted the more aggressive type stuff, and then we started going to hardcore shows and starting to realize that there was a whole other crowd that we related to more than the punk rockers, who kind of were more concerned about looking cool and singing about melodic,
It's just
relationship stuff.
Different,
So we went in that direction, and we toured with Blood Stand Still for many years. We got to go to Europe. We got to do the States, 100 times over. Blood Stand Still, we didn't get to go to Canada, though.
No.
I don't think we ever got to Canada.
That was cool.
Our other hardcore band, so after Blood Stand Still, was Murder Death Kill. and that we actually got to go to Canada with that band, of all bands. Probably the worst one to go to Canada with, but man, we had such great audiences out there, man. Like we had the best crowds. But basically, Blood Stand Still kind of ran its course, and we all just kind of got over it. And then
we played a reunion show.
We recently did a reunion show, and that might depend on.
It was a memorial show for our buddy Steve Beaver, and we put the band together just for that show, and it was a fucking awesome show,
But the singer for Blood Stand Still, he is like a tour manager for a lot of big name bands and stuff like that. So he's always out of town for the most part. So Blood Stand Still is probably not. If you're gonna wait for us to play another show again, don't hold your breath because it's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
He's a really busy guy. Like we like what we're doing. Don't get me wrong, but if the opportunity presents itself, yeah, we'd love to do a Blood Stand Still show. But yeah, our singer's so busy, and it's like, yeah, he's got to do his own thing.
And he also plays in a bunch of bands too. So it's like, he's a busy guy, you know what I mean? So,
but yeah, that's the story with Blood Stand Still, and we love all of that stuff. We love doing it. We love the crowds.
Thank everybody that supported us through those years too. I mean, we had some awesome shows, awesome times. I mean, it's just. This is.
And we still a lot of those people are still
in touch with them.
They're still friends of ours. We know a lot of them by first name basis, and that's what's kind of rad is that they've stuck with us, and we're still super tight with a lot of them. Murder Death Kill fans too. We're still super tight with a ton of those guys.
We went out to England with our other band, and we actually ran into this guy, and he was all, oh, like asking me about like who's the members of the band, and I was like, oh, well, we got like Dan and Art. I was like, they used to play in like these old school hardcore bands. He's like, I love hardcore. And I was like, oh, dude, come talk to him. And then he was like, what bands are you? And he's all, Murder, Death, Kill, Blood, Stand Still, Donnybrook. And the guy like wanted to get down on his knees. He'd be like, Donnybrook, you're from Donnybrook. Like, and freaked out. Like,
yeah,
these dudes, they're some of the most humble motherfuckers you ever meet, but they're legends in their own right.
Thank you, Tyler.
It's serious though. Like I'm stoked that these two dudes are some of my best homies and some of the most talented fucking musicians I've ever heard.
Dang, man.
So
you need to write our bio.
Write the bio for us.
Thanks, Tyler.
It's weird because I used to be able to look at this band on the outside looking in, and then when we both kind of just got intertwined with each other and had to help each other out through tough situations, it's made us stronger. And it's it's like, even if I'm to step in for Mike right now until hopefully Mike comes back, and if he doesn't, then I'm here until he can. But until then, I got it. And if Mike comes back, then the band's stronger even then. You know what I mean? But it's been awesome, man. Working with these two guys, it's awesome.
But having you in the band, dog,
we're super lucky to have found Tyler and No Consent, and to basically like we can rely on each other. And we kind of knew that like we're all guys that love music so much that like this is our thing, and it's like he's got
in the end we're after the same. We have the same purpose.
Yeah, we have the same goals.
It's hard to find with people like commitment, dedication. It's hard to find, man. It really is. So right now we're doing good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyler.
So No Consent and Since We Were Kids are definitely. They're gonna next year. We're both dropping records.
We're taking fucking over,
and it's gonna be there's gonna be some good tunes coming out for sure. Like we're proud of the songs we've been writing, and I think a lot of people are gonna be really really stoked and excited to hear something that isn't boring. Holy shit!
And also as well, guys, this past month, you guys have been like absolutely killing it with the live performances, man. You guys did 8 shows in the course of 4 days, so that's essentially 2 shows per day out there in California, man, from the 7th all the way to the 10th. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about this mini California tour, and of course, man, what was it like just performing that many shows in such a very small period, man? Because I gotta say, I'm not a musician, I just spin the records, but at the end of the day, man, that definitely sounds tiring, but also very rewarding as well.
Well, I would say, okay, so the shows were mainly with TSOL. So our buddies at Sucker Punch hooked up a tour, basically, with 4 dates for TSOL, and, got to include No Consent as one of the support bands. And so we got to do all the dates, and Since We Were Kids, played a couple, played some shows in between. We played the Rich Crest show, which, again, Rich Crest is our hometown, which
that's where we're from.
Even further in the desert. And then basically... we got to do a show there, which was almost like a homecoming in a way, and a lot of people showed up. It was really good.
Yeah.
Each date was really good for sure, but then there was a Hemet Skate Park grand opening that Since We Were Kids got to play. So again, California has the good weather, so of course we could play shows during the day. We could play a good show in the day and at night. So that's how most of those shows were. But again, we just pack up the van, and whoever fits in the van, cool. And if not, we're meeting them at the show, and then we all congregate. We all play the show, have a great time, and it's like I don't know, like the shows were really good, and we played to a lot of new people, and that tour could not have gone any better. Like No Consent sounded great. The Since We Were Kids shows were fun too, but that tour was.
See how he sells himself short?
They
were all amazing.
The tour was mainly for No Consent, and again, it was great. We all had fun and had really good crowds, and we sold like a ton of merch. They were really stoked to hear the new band and the new music. It's like, dude, it couldn't have gone better. I wish I could have skated more, but we literally didn't have time to try to do both.
Yeah,
we had to get to the shows. We had to get to the shows, set up, play, break down, get to the next one.
But every night was a blast.
But every night, every night. I think I may have slept maybe a total of 5 hours that whole 4 days.
We drove home every night, because it's like we're all in California. It's like, fuck it, drive home, sleep in my own bed, go to the next show, fucking.
I saw a question about, they want to know if we're going to play the Barn in Riverside. They're booking shows again, I guess.
Well, I was going to say, Martin fucking doesn't do no shows anymore.
Well,
that's what Pizza Hut said.
Okay, well, just so people know, the one thing that we ran into in the 90s when we were in our punk bands originally were these people called gatekeepers, like Golden Voice. And back in the day, there used to be a gatekeeper at UC Riverside where the Barn was, called 98 Posse, and they would prevent bands like ours from playing. So
fuck those motherfuckers.
No, I'd love to play the Barn.
Okay, sorry.
Fuck them.
Play the Barn.
Excuse me.
But I'm just.
It's like you gotta remember, dude. Like you gotta remember, dude. People are they want to help their own bands. They want to do their own thing. I get where they're
so
coming.
do we though, but we don't do that.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. But that's where we're different.
Kill the bastards.
So it's like.
So kind of fuck those guys.
So it says something about the Barn. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play the Barn fucking as soon as we can play in the Barn. I mean, if we have a. That's rad.
Yeah,
Fuck
Pizza
yeah.
Hut, hit us up. We'll make it happen.
I don't think it's Pizza Hut.
That's what the guy's name is.
Pizza Rat.
Oh, Pizza Rat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Pizza Rat.
But yeah, no. So back in the day, we never got to play there. We wanted to, and hopefully, yes, if they're doing shows again, we'd love to play there. And yeah,
we saw no use for a name at the fucking Barn. Was that with High Standard?
No, it was with 10 Foot Pole.
Donuts and Glory.
Donuts and Glory, 10 Foot Pole. We saw Straight Face there.
Straight Face there.
We saw a lot of shows at the Barn.
Yeah. Barn was fucking.
That was a cool spot. It was
a rad spot, man.
Yeah, believe me, we would have wished we could have played there.
I wish we could have played there back in the day.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, we were like,
let's play there now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And since Pizza Rat actually brought pizza into the equation, December 22nd, you guys will be taking the stage at Jerry's Pizza and Pub out there in Bakersfield, California, for Carrie's 50th birthday bash alongside Tyler, your band, No Consent, Pig Stick, and the latest Regret. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us what can we expect from this up and coming gig, and of course, where can we actually snag ourselves some tickets if there are indeed any still available?
It's free.
yeah.
It's a free show, so you don't need tickets. But yeah, show up at the door. I'm sure
It's a birthday party for a good friend of ours. You know what I mean? So it's just like.
Harry with an E.
What's
I
up,
got
Gary?
yelled at because I spelled her name wrong.
What did you spell it? How'd you spell it?
With an A.
Ah!
Oh yeah, Kate.
Like, even though you spelled my name wrong. Sorry, Carrie.
Yeah,
So-
beat your ass.
Yeah, no,
Carrie-
she's done it.
Carrie's a big supporter of both bands.
Yeah.
She takes pictures for everybody, and she's super cool. And all the Bakersfield crowd, great people out there. Lance, everybody, and Johnny. Like those are our people. Like we weren't born in Bakersfield, but we can identify with those guys as much as some Ridgecrest folks. And Hartley.
Yeah, it's weird.
Alan Hartley,
like,
of course.
Yeah, Alan Hartley lives out there. Yeah, it's just weird because, when you meet certain people, you just kind of already oh shit, we're not from the same spot, but we already know how it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like those people were to some of the first people we met in a long time that were like that. Is what I'm trying to say.
But they're almost from the same kind of. They're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah,
Kinda.
Well, you guys came from the same neck of the woods, almost.
almost Kern County. But either way,
It's Kern County.
Kern County.
both of those both sets will be definitely a lot of fun. We're definitely gonna we're gonna play our hardest stuff just because it's the end of the year, more or less.
Party, the last show of the year.
Yeah,
You know?
more or less last show of the year. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be hard and fast and fun.
But also, guys, I have to ask, what is next for Since We Were Kids, man? Because obviously, I know we only touched base on like a sliver of this amazing band, and of course, your guys' amazing careers here this evening. But with that being said, like, is there anything we happen to miss? Anything else you guys still want to touch on, talk about, or promote? We still got you here live on the radio station airways tonight.
Well, we're trying to get to SkaterCon next year. It's in Florida in March. So we're basically going to be trying to book a tour to get us from California to Florida and back. And it's going to be a package, hopefully No Consent and Since We Were Kids both. We're both invited to play SkaterCon. I believe the co-defendants are playing there. So we've been talking with Sam, and we're trying to coordinate and get everybody over
March 2nd. Kona, Florida.
That's Kona Skate Park.
Kona Skate Park in Florida. One of the old, I think
That's one of the very first and oldest skate parks in America.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're super excited to get over there, just for the fucking history of it. You know, hopefully we'll skate and hopefully I won't hurt myself because I'm notorious for that, and I'm gonna love it. And hopefully we get ourselves over there and enjoy the run. And we have that tour hopefully coming up, and then.
In January, we got a show with Jughead Revenge here in Big Bear, January 8th. That's going to be
January 6th.
January 6th.
Big Bear Bar and Grill.
Big Bear Bar and Grill.
Oh, yeah. Big Bear Bar and Grill. That's going to be fucking pretty hot. That's going to be fucking going off. I know that. That's a No Consent and Since We Were Kids, and violates community standards on that, and Ruckus is on it. That's going to be a pretty good show.
But Since We're Kids, basically, we have a new record we're going to be recording next year.
Yeah, we're going to be focusing on that. We got an Agent Orange run.
And we have a run with Agent Orange coming up as well.
We're doing
next year. We've got some dates with them. All West Coast stuff, but mainly, like I said, we're focusing on that tour and getting that new record recorded. And then hopefully we'll be off and running, and hopefully we'll get close to Canada, or we got to get up your way soon. So
this is all we're doing next year is.
Yeah, we're gonna be working our way up. So believe me, we're going to Florida first, and then we're gonna start trying to make our way.
Maybe summertime when it's warm.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
and I can show you guys some cool skate spots around the area as well.
What's the best month to come out there? Best month.
I would say Canada. Best month. I would say August is super, super, super dry. I mean, normally I would say August is the hottest, less rain. July is normally July and August. I would say July and August.
Okay.
So hot. All right.
Maybe we'll do something in July, August. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like we definitely got to get on the road more. Like that's the thing I miss about being in a band, dude. Like when we were in our other bands, we used to tour all the fucking time, man. Like all the fucking time. You know, go down south, north, fucking all the way to fucking northeast. Fucking, you know, it was always busy. And then, like, now it's just kind of like, you know, we don't have the same connections that we used to have. You know, it's a whole different, like, doing this band is kind of like starting all over. But it's fine. I love doing it. It's what we do. You know what I mean? It's just something it's in the blood, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes, you know? So it's just what you love to do. You'll do it. That's what's up. So.
And obviously, guys, I know how to follow you on social media, but for the individuals here in Canada that might just be discovering Since We Were Kids here tonight, how do we go about following you guys as a band and staying updated on not just these amazing shows you guys have coming up, but of course, this album that you guys are going to be recording next year in 2024?
Well, we're going to put updates on the Facebook page. So if you go to the facebook.com, what's the address there?
I think Since We Were Kids.
Yeah. Just Since We Were Kids.
I mean,
yeah.
In and out, it's just WWK 760 or something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's Since We Were Kids on Facebook, and then Instagram is going to be Since We Were Kids
45.
Yep.
45, yeah. Sorry, I'm bad with this.
But the updates will be on the Facebook page and Instagram more than likely, and you'll see a bunch of different videos of us recording probably, and hopefully different people coming in and out of the studio while we're there.
You want to mention Rev?
So-
What's up? You want to mention Rev?
But yeah, and of course our new record right now, Rehashed Road Rash, is available at Rev HQ, which is Revelation's mail order. Revelation Records is mail order. It's called Rev HQ. You can get Rehashed Road Rash there.
You can also get it through Irish Voodoo Records and
Irish
Free
Voodoo-
Swilly Records. They have them up
IrishVoodooRecords.com
there.
has it as well. I don't know if Free Swilly's got a website up yet or whatever. I think you can email him directly. But
Yeah.
if you look up Free Swilly, that's
Got it.
Brian Swilly, who's most infamous from the Another State of Mind movie. He's the guy that
He's the
teaches.
dancer. That guy that was showing everybody how to mosh.
Yeah, he's the guy that was.
You ever watch Another State of Mind video?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh
the-
yeah. It's been
So
it's
he's
been
the-
a minute, but yeah, I definitely seen it.
So he's the guy trying to
Okay.
teach people how to mosh or how to mosh correctly.
It
A
says
lot of
Brian.
people are doing
His
it
name is
wrong.
Brian. Yeah.
A lot of people are doing it wrong. You should have listened to Brian, everyone.
But
So
above all, get it through Rev HQ because
Yeah.
they're gonna have it in there. Well, hopefully they have it in there. I mean, they might be sold out by now, but they should have it first. If not, try Irish Voodoo. You know what I mean?
And I do
Irish
want to
Voodoo
say, guys, first and foremost, thank you for giving not only myself but the radio station Airways a bit of your time. Like
Oh,
Tyler
thanks.
said, you guys are absolute legends. Not just punk rock legends, but skate
you.
legends as well, guys. And Tyler as well is super
Appreciate
good
it.
to actually talk to you again. I know we did an interview talking about no regrets actually back in March. I remember you were actually out there in the city of in one of the cities out there in California showing us the scenery and whatnot, man. So not only did you give us a cool interview, you also gave us Canadians a kind of a glimpse of everyday life out there in California as well. The nightlife, that is.
Right?
yeah,
I was at Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, I was with my kids and shit.
that's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
But guys, again, thank you so much for all three of you guys coming
Oh,
together
dude,
for
thank
this
you for taking
interview
the
and just
time to do this for us, man. For real, much love and respect. Dude.
Yeah, I
Thank
appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey man, you're most certainly welcome, guys. And if you guys do get down to Canada, we got to link up and definitely shred some of those streets, man. I'll show you some great, cool skate spots down here in Canada. That way you can actually tack Canada off your skate map.
Sick. Thank
For
you.
sure, for
Thank
sure.
you. Hell yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good, guys. Definitely have yourself a phenomenal night out there in California. We definitely shall talk again here soon, guys.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.